Hi there, LinkedIn family. Jonathan here from Some Talented People. And over the next week or so, we're going to be having some pretty off-the-wall conversations because I'm joined by four of the most interesting brains that I know. So we've got Hannah, we've got Shiri, we've got Junaid, and we've also got Marissa. And I've had discussions and interactions with three of these guests, and I can tell you we've got a lot to look forward to. So it's going to be covering the generalizations of relationship health, of business health and personal health, but obviously we're going to take as many perspectives as we can to try and give you, we want it to resonate with as many people as possible, and then try to offer some mitigation, some ways through, some practical advice. So looking forward to the show. Let's start with our first guest. So our first guest, let's go to Shiri, who's a professor, a coach, and a global business entrepreneur. Shiri, tell us about yourself.
Thank you, Jonathan. It's a pleasure being here with you always, sharing the screen with you. My name is Shiri Gabriel. I'm from Toronto, Canada currently. Multinational, really was born in Mexico, grew up in Peru, lived in Israel. And,
Wow.
for over 20 years, I have been living here in Canada. As Jonathan said, I am a professor, coach, global business owner, but the most important thing in my life, my kids. I'm a mother to 4 kids. I am married. And, a few years back, I just decided to leave the corporate world, like, many of you here, and started my coaching business, consulting business. I started teaching as well. And then I figured that I was really working very, very hard and no time for myself. And I was a glorified self-employed, right? That's really what it was. Just chasing the money, chasing the clients, and not really creating a financial future for myself. And so that's when, I decided to look at other ways of making money. I started, in real estate investment. And that's when I started also my business, my global business with ACN. And basically what we do, we are the Amazon of essential services. We have an online platform and we help people get all the services that they use and need, their utilities on a one-stop shop, saving money. And at the same time, we make money every single month residually. So I've been able to expand my business globally. And the most, I guess, rewarding thing about what I do is that I get to help a lot of people to build, financial wealth, to create generational wealth through this business, through my coaching. And I do that with my students as well at a college level, just showing them different ways that there are to really create a financial, stability, financial freedom, because they don't teach you this at school or college. So as a professor,
what's interesting, I was going to say, is that the model of a residual income or a subscription is so now that it makes perfect sense for what you offer. Now, Junaid, who's looking at his microphone and oh no, he's looking at his phone. So Hannah introduced me to Junaid, and I went to his profile. And ladies, calm yourselves. He's got the most fantastic eyes. Tell us about yourself, Junaid.
Yeah, so I help people without college degrees find meaningful jobs that pay well. I'm the founder of NoDegree.com and the host of the No Degree podcast, where I interview people without college degrees and have them share their stories. And I want to say my business would not be where it is without Hannah.
Can you turn your mic up a little bit? Because I didn't.
Yeah,
You didn't.
sure.
Yeah, because when I went on a speaker view, I got a picture of Hannah, which was lovely. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, is it better now?
Yes. Now it picks
Okay.
you up.
Okay, good.
Anything else you want to say?
No, I mean, it's been a long journey. Lots of ups and downs and lots of learning, but, it's coming together. I think 2020 was when it all came together, and 2021 is going to be better, and then, looking forward to the future.
It's exciting, actually. I was looking at your recommendations, of which there are many, and people really seem to like you. So let's now turn to Marissa Jones, who, well, just incredible person. Marissa, take it away.
Hey, Jonathan. Always good to see you. I love our talks. Hi, everyone. I'm Marissa Jones, and I am a first-generation American born in New York and currently living in Colorado. So I spent my, speaking of college education, I did not have a college education because of my upbringing. was not forced in my culture. So I did go to college for a little bit, but I never graduated. But I'm a self-taught programmer, built a 30-year IT career, wound up leading multi-million-dollar projects globally for Fortune 100, Fortune 500 companies. And then in 2019, I published my memoir, and that's taken me on a completely new journey where I am now, my memoir tells the story of childhood abuse from an alcoholic father, and how even though I was successful on the outside, I was kind of dying inside, and it really caught up to me a little bit more than 10 years ago. And I had what I call my mental breakdown and realized that even though I had it all, externally, I was miserable inside. And so I started on a search for the meaning of happiness, and found it. And so I left the corporate life last year. I'm still kind of finding my way through what I'm doing in life, but I'm helping a lot of people. I'm coaching now. I've developed courses around depression, guilt, just mindset, building mindset resilience for individuals who are successful, who kind of lose their way and really wake up one day and realize they have no idea who they are and how they got there.
I think a lot of people do have that. And
Right.
for viewers, Marissa's been very kind to send me a pre-published version of her book, and I've got to tell you, harsh is the best I can say. And for her to have risen to such a spectacular light and energy from the upbringing she had amazes me, humbles me. Let's go to our last contributor.
Thank you, Jonathan.
This is the reason we're all together today. It's Hannah. Hannah, tell us about yourself.
Hey, Jonathan, and hi, everyone else. Thanks for inviting me, by the way. My name's Hannah Catus, not Cat House Catus. I have to say that because everyone sees my name and they're like, Cat House? So yeah, I am currently a copywriter. But from the time I've known myself, I've always been a poet. When I went to school, I decided to go into construction because it was practical. Eventually, I went into tourism. It was practical, and it gave me a bit more freedom that I wanted. Then eventually, I pivoted to online work, and I did a few months of working as a virtual assistant, and I sort of fell into copywriting, and I've been exploring that ever since. And like Marissa, I'm still finding my way. And it's been an interesting journey to see how I feel like I sort of came full circle in a way, because I feel that the poetry that's always been a part of who I am informs a lot of my copywriting. It allows me to understand other people and the people they serve, and I can communicate their messages in a way that's authentic to them, but that also communicates with their audience. So at the moment, I'm focusing on writing bios.
Well, I know that you did a bio for Rob Siegler, who's got Coffee with Bob. He loved your writing.
And mine.
And yours. And I'm afraid that Shiri, you're the odd one out in the room, and that you're the only qualified person. We're all just maniacs. So
no. You fake it until you make it.
Yeah. Well, what it is, now that I've learned about our neuro, so Marissa, Hannah, and I, and we'll find out about you two more. We are neurodivergent, and we see stuff in our heads that other people don't see. And I spoke to them both, and it's just so funny because Hannah was responding to a tweet from a guy called Lee Rowley, who's a copywriter, and she said, "Yeah, I construct metaphors in my mind." And I went, "I do that." So yeah, cool. All right then, we're going to come back after